Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our presentation, titled, Compliance Does Not Equate to Results. We hope to share valuable insights on the limitations of only utilizing compliance-based approaches, and discuss the benefits of a proactive approach to environmental health and safety management. Let's get started. With a little over 20 slides to cover, we will do our best to paint a vivid picture and deliver a powerful message to you, our audience, in as short a time as possible. Please save all questions for the end of our presentation. We are a professional services company, specializing in the development of injury risk management strategies and business advisory. We work with businesses and organizations to provide the highest level of care and protection from potential injuries. Our goal is to help your employees stay safe, healthy, and productive in their everyday lives. Mark Anthony comes with over 7 years of experience in environmental health and safety management. He possesses technical expertise in occupational safety, environmental compliance, sustainability, and risk management. In today's world, environmental health and safety regulations are a necessary component of any business operation. Compliance with these regulations is essential to prevent legal liabilities and ensure worker safety. However, merely meeting regulatory requirements does not guarantee safe and healthy workplaces. In fact, compliance-based approaches tend to be reactive, rather than proactive, leading to missed opportunities for improvement and suboptimal outcomes, often missing that human spark of connection. This presentation will explore why regulatory compliance is necessary but not sufficient for achieving true environmental health and safety results and a positive safety culture. We will discuss the benefits of a proactive approach, highlight some effective proactive measures, and provide practical suggestions for moving beyond compliance. Our objectives today are as follows: to highlight the shortcomings of predominantly compliance-based approaches, to demonstrate the importance of proactive measures and establishing sustainable processes, to offer some practical suggestions for moving beyond compliance. Compliance is necessary, but not sufficient, end quote, some wise guy. Regulatory compliance is an essential baseline requirement for environmental health and safety management in any workplace. Regulatory agencies set forth rules and regulations that govern labor practices in order to ensure safe and healthy working conditions for employees and to prevent harm to the environment. Compliance with these regulations is a legal obligation for businesses, and failure to comply can result in significant penalties and legal liabilities. In addition to legal obligations, regulatory compliance also serves as a starting point for effective environmental health and safety management. Compliance provides a baseline for identifying hazards and risks in the workplace and implementing appropriate controls and preventive measures. It also provides a framework for measuring and evaluating performance, which can help businesses identify areas of concern and ensure continuous improvement over time. Overall, regulatory compliance is an essential component of any effective safety management system. While compliance alone does not guarantee safe and healthy working conditions, it provides a necessary foundation for identifying and managing hazards and evaluating performance. It sets the bar for promoting fair competition and protects the employer from liability due to negligence. While regulatory compliance is an essential component of environmental health and safety management, it alone does not guarantee safe and healthy workplaces that can prevent every injury. Additionally, it does not ensure employee engagement or participation. Compliance-based approaches tend to be reactive, focusing on meeting minimum regulatory requirements, rather than proactively identifying and addressing hazards and risks. This can lead to missed opportunities for improvement and suboptimal injury performance outcomes due to a false sense of security after achieving compliance. It takes a lot more than technical fulfillment to grow a safety culture or develop sustainable processes to support effective injury prevention. Regulations may not always be sufficient to protect against all hazards and risks. Regulatory requirements are often based on historical incidents and may not reflect the most current knowledge and best practices. Compliance-based approaches may also fail to account for the unique risks and hazards that are specific to a particular workplace or industry. These should be considered the bare minimum requirements, but not necessarily the most effective best practices. Not acknowledging this often leads to a false sense of security for many employers, and a lack of safety engagement with their employees. Workers tend to care less about their jobs and how carefully they complete their tasks when they believe their company does not genuinely care about their well-being. No big deal, right? Not so fast. There are numerous examples of this throughout recent history that we should consider cautionary tales. The 2005 explosion at the Texas City refinery resulted in 15 fatalities and injured over 170 others. The explosion was caused by a release of flammable vapor from a blowdown stack, which ignited and caused a series of explosions. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration found that the refinery had failed to adequately implement process safety management requirements, including hazard analysis, equipment maintenance, and operator training. Let's skip ahead a decade. In 2015, a worker at a Wisconsin paper mill was killed while cleaning a paper machine dryer, which was a confined space. OSHA found that the employer had failed to adequately train workers on the hazards of confined spaces and to implement adequate procedures for safe entry. Moral of the story: to be compliant on paper is not the same as being adequate in practice. Proactive measures are essential. End quote. A wiser guy. A proactive approach can bring numerous benefits to a workplace. Proactive measures, such as hazard identification, risk assessment, and injury prevention, are essential for identifying and addressing hazards before they result in harm. Implementing engineering controls, administrative controls, and comfortable personal protective equipment can help mitigate risks and protect workers. Most importantly, encouraging worker participation and engagement are also crucial for successful implementation of proactive measures and long-term adherence. Here are a few proactive measures to consider: actively seeking out hazards and risks in the workplace, rather than waiting for accidents or injuries to occur. By regularly identifying and assessing hazards, businesses can take steps to eliminate or control them before they result in harm. This can lead to a safer workplace and reduce the risk of accidents, injuries, and illnesses. Conducting regular risk assessments to gauge known hazard severity and evaluate the effectiveness of existing controls. By assessing risks, businesses can prioritize their resources and focus on the most significant hazards. This can help prevent accidents and injuries and improve overall EHS performance. Focusing on preventing accidents and injuries before they occur, rather than simply responding to them after the fact. By implementing effective hazard identification awareness training and early reporting processes, businesses can reduce the likelihood of those hazards becoming accidents and injuries. This can result in improved productivity, reduced absenteeism, boosted morale, and lower healthcare costs. There are many companies who have learned over time. They have adopted a dynamic approach, going above and beyond compliance. They have created their own internal standards for safety excellence within their organizations. General Electric has implemented a program called Equate, which includes a focus on sustainability and environmental health and safety performance. The program has helped the company reduce its greenhouse gas emissions, improve energy efficiency, and reduce waste. They have also implemented a comprehensive safety management system that includes regular risk assessments and hazard identification. Alcoa, a global aluminum producer, has a long-standing commitment to environmental health and safety, and has implemented numerous proactive measures to improve its performance. The company has implemented a program called EHS at Alcoa, which includes a focus on proactive hazard identification, risk assessment, and prevention. The program has resulted in a significant reduction in injuries, illnesses, and environmental incidents over the years. DuPont, a global chemicals company, has implemented numerous proactive measures to improve its performance. For example, the company has implemented a program called The DuPont Integrated Safety Management System, which includes a focus on proactive hazard identification, risk assessment, and prevention. The program has helped the company reduce its injury and illness rates and improve its overall safety performance and accountability. Moving beyond compliance. End quote, the wisest guy. Okay, now for the fun stuff. Moving beyond compliance can be challenging for businesses, as it often requires a shift in mindset and change to their approach to environmental health and safety management. Instead of merely focusing on what is required, employers must concentrate on what is effective for injury prevention and risk mitigation to protect their employees. There are some potential obstacles to be aware of. Proactive measures, such as regular risk assessments, hazard identification, and prevention measures can be expensive, especially for small businesses. Businesses may also face increased costs for training, communication, and technology upgrades to support a proactive approach to safety management. Proactive measures require a more comprehensive approach, which can be complex and time-consuming. Businesses may need to develop new policies and procedures, implement new training programs, and engage in more frequent and thorough hazard identification and risk assessment activities. Employees may be resistant to new procedures or may be hesitant to identify and report hazards and risks. This is especially true for more tenured employees who have seen previous management regimes come and go. Additionally, some businesses may be resistant to change because they are comfortable with their current approach to safety management and may not see the need for a more proactive approach. Moving beyond compliance can be challenging for businesses due to cost, complexity, resistance to change, and a lack of knowledge and resources. However, businesses that are committed to safety and health can overcome these challenges by investing in proactive measures, engaging employees, and prioritizing safety as a core business value. Businesses can overcome the challenges and barriers to moving beyond compliance by setting clear goals and priorities, involving stakeholders, providing adequate resources and training. These activities can be supported well by using performance metrics to track progress, emphasizing leadership and culture, and adopting technology that enables greater convenience to participate. Here are some practical suggestions to consider. Businesses should set clear goals and priorities for their safety management program. This includes defining what success looks like, identifying key performance indicators, and setting measurable targets for improvement. Clear goals and priorities provide a roadmap for businesses to follow and help them stay focused on their objectives. It is essential to involve stakeholders, including employees, suppliers, customers, and regulatory agencies, in the development and implementation of proactive safety management practices. Stakeholders can provide valuable insights, feedback, and support, which can help to improve the effectiveness of safety programs. Businesses should allocate adequate resources, including time, money, and personnel, to support proactive safety management practices. This includes investing in training programs to ensure that employees have the necessary skills and knowledge to identify hazards, assess risks, and implement prevention measures. Of course, it's not just what we do, but also how we do it. Strategic implementation is crucial for early adoption and continuous use. Businesses should use performance metrics to track progress towards their safety management goals and objectives. This includes monitoring and analyzing data related to injury and illness rates, as well as developing leading indicators such as pre-shift safety checklists or daily safe behavior observations. Performance metrics provide businesses with valuable insights into the effectiveness of their safety management system and help to identify areas for improvement. Leadership and culture are critical to the success of proactive safety management practices. Business leaders should demonstrate a commitment to safety and health, provide visible support for safety programs, and foster a culture of safety within their organization. This includes encouraging open communication, promoting employee engagement, and recognizing and rewarding safety behaviors or habits. Adopting technology that streamlines mechanisms for not only injury reporting, but also disseminating information on hazards, reporting near misses, and automating various safety inspections makes it convenient for employees to participate and feed information upward in a sustainable manner, without impacting their ability to fulfill any other work-related responsibilities. Going beyond compliance means constantly reviewing and refining existing processes and procedures to identify areas for improvement and enhance performance. Continuous improvement can help businesses stay ahead of changing regulations and emerging risks, and can also lead to significant cost savings and other benefits. By emphasizing continuous improvement and learning from failures, businesses can create a culture of innovation and excellence, where employees are encouraged to identify opportunities for improvement and take action to address them. This approach can help to minimize risks and prevent incidents, while also improving the overall effectiveness of a safety management program. In closing, compliance is the foundation, but not the whole house. It gives us something to stand on, but it cannot shelter us from everything. The challenges and barriers to moving beyond compliance include cost, complexity, and resistance to change. Practical suggestions for overcoming these challenges include setting clear goals and priorities, involving stakeholders, and providing adequate resources and training. Continuous improvement and learning from failures are essential components of proactive safety management and a positive safety culture. By adopting a proactive approach to safety management and implementing these practical suggestions, businesses can create safer and healthier workplaces, reduce risks, and improve overall performance. We hope you have enjoyed our presentation. We appreciate your time and attendance. Please feel free to contact us via email or phone. We are always happy to help.